66 people. Okay. Setting up meeting for Facebook Live. Oh, I guess can all you guys hear me? I'm sitting here talking to Armand and all you guys. Hello, everybody. I'm just talking away here and don't have it muted, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, guys. So we're now going on Facebook Live and on Zoom. So give me a second here, guys, to set this up real quick for you. All right. Good evening, everyone. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, I loved it. Love it. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We've got a very, very special guest speaker tonight, but I want everybody to do me a quick favor. You know how we do, drop in the chat box, just drop in real quick where you're calling from so that we get an idea of where all of our people are calling into today. All right, we've got London. All right, Houston, Texas, Virginia, Oregon, Texas. All right, I know we got Maryland in the house. We got South Carolina. I'm not sure where that is. We got San Antonio, Texas. All right. We're getting everybody logged in. Miami, Canada. Nice to see some of our Canadian friends. Delaware. All right. I know we've got y'all coming in. We got 104 people. We're going to give it about another, let's give it about another 60 seconds. So we're going to bring on our speaker. But here's the point, guys. I want to make sure everybody has pen and paper to take notes tonight, because this is going to be the information that a lot of you guys have been missing. A lot of you guys have been waiting a long time for, and we're gonna get started here because I know our speaker is going to be actually probably doing this call from his, he's at the office right there. He's looking good. A lot of you guys can see him. You know, give our guy, you know who we're going to be doing this. Give him a big wave out. But I know he's going to be heading out of the office here rather quickly. So I tell you what, guys, let's get started. I definitely want to thank everybody again for jumping on tonight. You guys, obviously, your time is very, very precious, and we're gonna have a jam pack tonight. And what I'm going to do is, because I definitely want to get right into this, I'm going to introduce our speaker. Let me mute everybody real quick again one more time. Muting everybody out. I'm going to introduce our speaker tonight. You guys all know and love him. Obviously, he's our CEO and founder, Mr. Armand Puyolt. But guys, I want to let you guys know is he's going to share the 5 steps to success with you tonight. Very, very important that you take notes, that you learn, and that you master the 5 steps to success. It's very, very, very important. And, you know, you guys are getting a chance. Some of you guys, you know, you might not have heard Armand speak. You might not have heard him train in English on the 5 steps before. But just remember, guys, Armand is an industry legend, an 8-figure earner, the MLM guru. He's put this 5 steps to success together for a reason, because it works. And we need you all, everybody that speaks English or around the world, if you speak both English and Spanish, we need you to be coachable. We need you to listen to the words that Armand has to say. So I'm going to bring him on right now. Without further ado, let's give it up for our founder and CEO, Mr. Armand Puyolt. Armand, are you there?
Fantastic. Can you guys hear me well?
Yes, we can. I'm going to mute myself out for you, buddy.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, happy to see everybody on the line today. What we're going to be doing is something that's a little bit different, but it was at a request of, you know, we got a lot of people who want to actually be introduced into the 5 steps again, why we're being so successful worldwide and why we're growing so fast is particularly because of these 5 steps. And I think if everybody learns to use these 5 steps, you're going to learn that it becomes pretty powerful in your arsenal to be able to recruit. So basically, these are like 5 steps to completely recruit somebody who's actually going to work and build. You understand? So, I mean, there are more to this, than what we're going to talk about today, but we are going to embellish and everything into the future, basically. But we're going to have this basic 5-step call right now, and then from there we'll take it step by step on future calls where we'll go step 1 and why you need to go through step 1, and then step 2, and then why you need to take this through, everything you got to do. But we got to all learn and basically and do this. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of people who are maybe watching this for the first time, okay, maybe you learn a different way to do network marketing. And I want you to understand that my 5 steps aren't the only way to do network marketing. There's tons of different ways to do it, but it's the most profitable and the only one that you will touch on all 12 bonuses immediately after you start using them. And if you do this right, you're going to convert a lot of people into making money very quickly. And that's it's all about, basically. All this is what we're doing. Now, let me explain to you why the 5 steps. First of all, for a lot of you who have been in this company, have known my story. I started very young in network marketing, and thanks to these 5 steps, well, I as I was building them and I was creating this, basically, it's basically the way I've done things throughout my life, but it's worked in every single genre and every single business that I've been in, and it's taken me to the top of every company that I've ever touched. And that becomes very important, my friends, because if you are wanting to be successful, you have control of everything that you want to do. And for me, it's something that is powerful if you understand exactly how to do this correctly. Now, let me just start by letting you know that there's a lot of wrong teachings that you have learned through network marketing that maybe people in front of the room who've never earned a dime have taught, thinking, they might put themselves as $1 million earner, they might put themselves as the top earner of a company or whatever, but when they're not actually or never built a business, it's very difficult to understand, and they repeat things that are not true. So let's go off what's not true right now. Number one that I find very is something that is not progressive within your business is creating a list of 100 people. Everybody's heard of creating a list of 100 people. Everybody's gone through a lot of companies that you've been taught that. But see, you've only been taught, look for 100 people or write down 100 people, and then that's going to be your warm market list or blah, blah, blah. We're going to be able to touch on these people and they're going to make you millionaires. That's not true. Now, why is that not true? Because when you touch on people that you're going to put on your list, for example, warm market, which I'm not a fan of, but if let's just say you touch on 100 people that you know, the mainly are their friends and their family, correctly? People that you know close by, neighbors, they maybe, people at the supermarket that deal with you every day, and people maybe at shops like where you get your hair cut or your hair done or your nails done. You know what? They're in front of you, so you put them on the list and on and on. Why is that wrong? The reason it's wrong is for this particular reason. That's the best way to put yourself in an island where nobody wants you around, where nobody wants you at a home, for a regular birthday party. Nobody wants you at Christmas. Nobody wants you everywhere. So it becomes very difficult to grow a business that way. And then once you get that name of that person, oh, there she goes again. She wants to start one of those things. Oh, but they goes, don't. You show up at a birthday party, they go like, nobody talk to her because she's going to want to sell to you. So they're helping you not sell because everybody's advertising behind your back for you not to sell. So get that off your list. Know 100 people that you know. Leave that. People go to me, so what do you do with those people that you know? Shouldn't I tell people that I'm in the business? Yes. But by telling them doesn't mean you're recruiting them. By telling them doesn't mean that you're going to tell them, I just started a business. I just did this. Watch me and watch I do and see how I go. And then if you guys later on are interested, I'm willing to help you get to where it is. When they ask you, what is it? He goes, just watch and don't push from there. And you'll see what's going to happen. Curiosity always killed the cat. And that's basically how we bring in people from the family after they see you. obviously buying better clothing, buying better things, living in a better area, driving a better car. Trust me, they're going to ask, what are you doing? You understand? So number one of the 5 steps is products. Okay. You need products now to have with you to be able. And the reason I'm telling you this right now is because a lot of people feel they can do their business by brochures only, or by, uh, by just clicking on somebody on Facebook and telling them and ramming a lot of information down, their messenger or whatever it is. It does not happen that way. Let me tell you one thing. The minute you start letting people know what you're doing, for example, you're talking about the tea and you start talking about the tea and what the fabulous things the tea does and everything else, they're going to go online and they're going to look for the tea. And then they're going to buy the tea from somebody else. Why? Because you're doing all this advertising for it, but you're not doing advertising for yourself. You're not pinning them on for yourself. So what the 5 steps is basically, it's a funneling system, but it's done verbally, it's done person to person, it's done in a way that it funnels people to that want to do the business, that want to grow with you into your organization. You got that? If you're taking notes, that is very powerful. Now, people ask, how much product should I have? Well, if you're going to be working the 5 steps, you need product. How much product depends on you and your quota. Now, what's your quota? How much money do you want to earn right now? Not how much you dream of making. Obviously, everybody wants to make millions of dollars. How much do you need right now to fire your boss? To start doing this 100%? How much is the minimum that you need right now to build on to whatever you need to do? Now, here's where we're going with this. If you start prospecting people, you need product. So how much product are you going to need? It depends on how much money you want to make. You got to calculate how long does it take for the company to get product to you, number one. So you have to have enough product between that point, and you can't run out until the next shipment shows up. So that's part of your quota. So now, how much money you're going to move? Let's just say you want to do $500 a week. I know that's a little bit of money for a lot of you. I mean, it's not much. The majority of the world, the majority in the United States makes about $500 a week. I'm telling you, that's just a fact right now. And there's a lot of people that do 1,000, obviously, but the majority earns very around $500. So let's go with $500 for right now. If you want to earn $500, you need to sell product. Okay, and this is aside of the comp plan, by the way. The comp plan is extra money. The comp plan, even though as generous as it is, as great as it is, if you focus yourself first on sales and then second on the comp plan, you will reach every level you dreamed of. Now, does it mean we're going to become salespeople? No. Selling is an avenue to figure out who's trying the product and how you're going to funnel them into your system. Check it out. How much do you need for your quota? Let's just say it's 500 again. We're going to talk about 500. When we're talking about 500, dollars a week, you're going to divide that by $20, basically. Okay. So you're going to go to, and then from there, you're going to divide those $20 by 5 days. So you're going to divide that total by 5. What ends up happening is you need 5 products daily for 5 days a week, because you need 2 days to be with your family. Okay. Let's just say those 5 products. If you sell 5 products at the minimum, you should be getting $20 per product at the minimum. Most people get $30. I'm just telling you right now, it's a fact. But at the minimum, if you make $20 per each one, if you have 5 products you're moving a day, that makes it $100 daily. At the end of the week, that's $500 a week. That's $2,000 a month. Are we on the same page now? Perfect. Now, a lot of people goes, well, where do I got to sell this stuff? Well, the problem is that most people don't like to hear the word no. Most people don't want to go and talk to people. They're embarrassed. Most people don't want to do what it takes to really get out there and prospect. See, what we're looking for is people to try the product. That's what we're looking for. People that we're going to do the rest of the 5 steps. Okay? So as we're talking about product, let me advance you the rest of the 5 steps, and then we're going to touch on them. We're going to come back and touch on each one. Number 1 is having product. Number 2 is prospecting. Okay, to prospect, you need the product, because you can't prospect with a brochure. You're going to end up giving people on the internet the sale for all the work that you did if you're just doing brochures and stuff. Number 3 is following up with people. It's very important to follow up with every person that you talk to. Why? The money's in the follow-up. You've heard this before. Money's in the follow-up. Okay, then we're going to learn how to sort through people. Sorting makes millionaires. Sorting makes you a fortune. The money's in the follow-up, but the fortune is in sorting. Okay, you guys got that? Perfect. And number 5 is duplication. You got to duplicate what you do to everybody down in your organization. And you can get to diamond very quickly. Okay, and we're going to touch on that. Getting to diamond. Okay. How many of you want to be a diamond and earning, I don't know, the $30,000 to $40,000 a month minimum? That's diamond level. Okay, and I'm going to talk to you how to be a diamond very quickly. Okay, now here it is. As we are prospecting out there, where do we prospect? Go where all the Girl Scouts usually hang out, where they sell their cookies. Prospect in person to person. You can do it via Facebook, but I'm telling you one thing. If you don't do the rest of the 5 steps, if you don't follow up with people, if you don't sort, it's just, you're throwing sales away, because people are going to buy from somebody else the next month and from somebody next month. You got to make sure that every single time you do this, every single one of you is understanding this completely. Now, prospecting is very important. How do you prospect? I usually go and talk to people wherever I see. I love to go to places where there's a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I like to go to theme parks all the time and take my kids and everything else. Why? Because there's a lot of people. They're sometimes in line and they can't move out of the line. And so they have to listen to me. Stuff like that is easier if you learn how to use your art. For example, imagine having a person at Disneyland and all of a sudden they're in line for an hour and a half in front of you or behind you. Guess what? No matter what you say, they're going to hear. So you can talk to each other. If you have a person or a second person with you, they're going to be listening to your conversation. So, that's the way I prospect a lot. I prospect on the street. I prospect to people. When I talk to people on the supermarket, I talk to people and they're in line somewhere else. I usually have conversations and I start conversations. Now, what kind of conversations do I start? I usually say, hey, who do you know that would love to lose 5 pounds in 5 days with a product that's so organic, even a 5-month-old can use it, or a 5-year-old can use it, or whatever you want to say. Now, why do I say these words? Because people are going to listen to the first 5 seconds, 10 seconds that you give them, and they're going to decide if they're listening to you or not. Now, you got to understand, number 1, most people are not going to want to listen, and that's okay. That's okay. Now, how do I know this? Because 98% of everyone on this world works for the 2%. That means 98% don't want to listen to nothing. And it might even be higher. It might be 99% that you're going to get that's going to say no. So out of every 100, you might get one person that says, okay, I'll listen. Okay? So you start your quota. How much product do you need? Okay? So if you're going to be moving $500 a week in income, that means you got to move 25 products a week. So you decide, okay, if I have 25 products a week, okay, I can get these 25 piece by piece, bit by bit, and keep reordering, but you don't want to run out. Remember, a store with no merchandise is not a store. You'll walk out. If you come in and try to buy milk from a Quickie Mart and they have nothing on the shelves except for 2 gallons of milk in the freezer or the refrigerator, are you going to buy from that? No. You're going to be very skeptical about buying from a place who has no product. So imagine you have 25 products that you have to get a week. Okay, you're going to be reordering every week because you're going to be moving it, not stocking it, not storing it, not putting it under the bed, not putting it in your closet. If you're going to do that, don't do this at all. You might as well just buy what you're going to take, and that's it. I don't want you in any way, any form, stocking a product. You buy the product that you're going to use on a week-to-week basis. You understand that? Perfect. Now, as we're moving, remember, you got to keep in consideration the time it gets for a new product to arrive to you. So always have enough time. So any product coming in, that you always have product on hand. Okay. I usually work with the tea and the coffee. Okay. But tea is the mainly one that I use. Why? Because there's a lot of sachets. We can divide it by 6. We can talk to people. Now I go, who do you know that would love to lose 5 pounds in 5 days for $25 a week with a product so organic, even a 5-month-old can use it? Now people can look at me and basically, and you'll hear this a lot, especially if you're a little heavy on like myself, and you're gonna say, why don't you use it? Right? That's where you have your very first tool that you're gonna make on your own. What's the tool? The tool that you're gonna need is a 3-ring binder, and you're going to print every single photograph with testimonials from using the product. That's all you got to do. 1 person, 2 person, 3 person. You can just get as many as you can. You're going to put this in this binder. Photographs only. You're not going to show a 3-ring binder with a comp plan. Don't even touch a comp plan. Don't touch nothing. Just all you want them is to try the product. And I know a lot of people who are on the call, maybe you're professionals from the industry. You're going like, nah, I'm not going to do this. Guess what? That's why, because you're not doing it. That's why I always over income you every single time on any company that we would be in, because you don't want to do the work. You want to skip it, and you want to have somebody else do something. A lot of people, another bad concept is there's a lot of people who enter network marketing and says, we got to build a network of consumers. Let's just say everybody buys $120, 120 points. Everybody's going to buy 120 points no matter what it is. Guess what? That works, but it takes so long for you to hit something that is unbelievable. Okay? So now, does my version work? Yes, because we're going to get people to start hitting numbers that are stronger. You're going to get volume levels that are stronger. You're going to hit ranks that are faster. You're going to be doing a lot of different things that are going to help you build an organization that is solid. It is not going to be this little sausage line with empty people all the way down. You're going to be able to build an organization that's actually building within itself. Okay? So as we're prospecting, you got to have the product. Every time you go and prospect with somebody, every single time, you gotta talk to people. Now, the majority of the people will say no. Like I said this before, but the ones who do, fantastic. Let's just say somebody goes, hey, who do you know that would love to lose 5 pounds in 5 days for $25 a week? The product's so organic, even a 5-month can use it. And what happens? Somebody will say, well, what is it? Well, I got coffee or tea. What do you prefer? See, you give them an option. People love options. They go, okay, tea. He goes, so it's $25. Can I try it for 25? No problem. Now we do have a promo. It's $25 for a week's worth of product. But if you buy 3 weeks, I'll give you the 3 weeks free. You understand? So what are you selling? For $75, now you're selling them a pack of a 6-pack that they would use as a customer. See? So you start moving things in this direction. Now, why do we want people to try the product? Because you want to funnel people through this funnel system. For example, right now we're prospecting. We have product and prospecting. All of a sudden, what are we going to do? We're going to follow up with people. Now people go like, well, people don't want to, don't give me their numbers. People don't do this and people don't do that. Well, this is where you got to go to the 99-cent store and pick up a receipt book, okay? A small one. And every time you get a receipt book, get some stamps that, puts your name on and everything, single one, and tell them, look, for the company to back the product, we need a receipt, that you need to have a receipt, okay? And they're going to find you by what your phone number is. So can I get your phone number? That way so I can put this on your receipt. That way the company needs to find you, they'll find you. All right? Okay, 909-333, blah, 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 blah. Fantastic. You put that down. Okay, what's the name you want on your receipt? See, people are going to give you a name. People are going to give you everything because they know they're going to be using this. Now, at the end of it, you rip one of the copies, you give it to them, and you keep, obviously, the pink or yellow copy for yourself to do the follow-up into the future. Okay? Now, when do you need to do the follow-up? 2 days later at the minimum. Okay? Do not call back the day after. Always wait 2 days and no longer than 1 week. Do not wait longer than 5 days to call people. From 2 to 5 days, you should be on the phone calling these people. How did you like the tea? That's the question you got to ask. Question one, how did you like the tea? That's the same exact question. If we were selling chocolates, how did you like the chocolate? If we were selling soda, how did you like the soda? I mean, just that's the same question no matter what the product is that you're going to be asking. How did you like the tea, the coffee, the toothpaste, whatever? Doesn't matter. Okay? Check this out. They're going to say one or two things. I didn't like it or I liked it. Now, let me ask you a question. In your business, in your organization, in your table of founders within your team, your chairmans and all that stuff, do you want people sitting at that table that don't like your product? No. So if somebody says, I don't like it, are you going to force them to like it? Or are you just going to leave them alone? Time is money. Time is worth more than you can expect. Okay? So here's the deal. Somebody tells me no, I said, okay, that's okay. Thank you so much, Rob. You know what? This is what's going to happen. Whenever you actually try the product, give me a call if you like it. If you're not, don't worry about it. But I appreciate you talking to me. And I hang up very nicely. Why? Because most people who say they don't like the tea, they didn't try the tea. They didn't actually open the tea. But by me being nice to them, when they do try it, or somebody in their household does try it, guess what's going to happen? They're calling me back. You understand that? So it's very, very powerful. Okay. Now, if they say, I did like the tea, let's just say the guy's name's Rob. Yeah, he liked the tea. Fantastic, Rob. Why did you like the tea? Question number two. Why did you like the tea? See, now you understand. Now we're going to get a testimonial out of them. Well, I like the tea because I dropped some weight. I like the tea because I was able to go to the restroom when I couldn't. I was constipated all the time. I like the tea because my sugar levels felt better. I like the tea because they're going to give you, there's tons of different things that are going to happen. Everybody's going to give you sometimes a different testimonial, but guess what? Every testimonial is an awesome testimonial. So I'll say, Rob, that's a phenomenal testimonial. I love that. So you lost some weight and you were able to go to the bathroom and everything else. Fantastic, Rob. Now, Rob's going to go, yeah. He goes, hey, look, Rob, can I ask you a question? This is a statement that I give after, obviously, he tells me his testimonial. I'll say, hey, look, Rob, you have a phenomenal testimonial. I can make a lot of money off that testimonial. See, I'm already feeding in his head that there's money that could be made. You understand? Excuse my cough. And so what I do is I tell him, look, yeah, he goes, if I can record you, Rob, telling me that testimonial, it'll help my business grow so drastically. It'll be amazing because that's a phenomenal testimonial. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of people saying the same things, but you just let them feel that way. This is the most awesome testimonial you've ever seen in your life. See? Now, here's what happens, okay? When you give people that opportunity, they're going to say yes. Everybody loves being on video. Everybody loves talking, and being heard and everything else. So most people will say yes, definitely. What do I get out of it? Well, you can tell them, I can get you the product at my cost for life. You don't have to do this all the time. You don't have to buy it all the time. Whenever you want to buy it, it's fantastic. But you can get it at my cost. Now, what's your cost? They don't know. You can tell them whatever you want. But here it is. Would they get in? If they say, okay, it's not going to cost me retail, but it's going to cost me a better price, you think they're going to love that idea? Yes. Now, from right after that, I go into the next question. Okay, question number 3. Who do you know, Rob, within your family and friends? Remember the warm lists? Because we're not going to be recruiting them, but we can touch on them. Okay, who do you know within your family and friends that has the same issues as you? They're constipated all the time and that needs to lose a couple pounds. Obviously, Rob if you eat the same foods with the same people, which are your friends or your family, you're going to have the same issues health-wise. Okay? So he's always going to say, well, my mom, my dad, my uncle, my brother, my friend, my this. He's going to give you some people. He goes, oh, really? Fantastic. And then you're going to be making notes on your receipt. Okay? You're going to be making, okay, you got Steve, and then you got Harold, and you got your mom, and you just put them all down. Okay? And guess what happens? If you get this information, you're going to save it. Now, I usually come back to Rob and ask him, some dumb question like, who do you know that likes coffee? Right? Because he tried or, something that's off the wall that doesn't belong in that conversation. So who do you know that, people that love to drink coffee? Obviously, what do you think he's going to say? Oh, yeah? How about a healthier coffee but tastes phenomenal? Oh, yeah. Fantastic. I had a lot of people that drink coffee. All my friends, like, I drink coffee, but all that. So you start this in the conversation. Then I go back. Now, I use the information within this follow-up to start sorting through him. Now, here's my first sorting question. Okay? And I'm going to be very blunt about it. And then I'm going to leave him alone if he says no. So I say, look, Rob, you told me you have a phenomenal testimonial, by the way. We're going to record you and all that. But you told me that you got family and friends that can use this. You tell me you know a lot of people that drink coffee. You telling me, a lot of this stuff. Are you interested in finding out what I do? See, here's the thing. I'm not recruiting them. I'm telling them, are you interested in finding out what I do? And maybe you can make the money instead of me. And you just pause and wait for the answer. Now, he can say one or two things, basically, that comes up, and this is almost verbatim all the time. The people talk, same responses you get. They're a little tweaked a little bit sometimes, but it's basically the same responses from everybody. Rob's going to say, you know what? I think, I'm not interested. I don't like to sell. I don't like to do this. I'll buy it. Definitely. Go, don't worry. At that point, if you see him going negative, go, Rob, don't worry about it. I'll give you my cost, like I told you for that video. Don't worry about it. I was just interested because you have all these people we can touch on. And I don't want you to feel left out. See what I'm saying? So Rob's going to feel happy. Rob's going to feel fantastic about that. Maybe he'll come back later on when he's trying the product because they're going to ask him questions from the family and friends are going to say, hey, what are you doing? You're losing some weight. Hey, what are you doing? Because you're looking better. Hey, what are you doing? So they're going to ask, what are you doing? Right? So you wait, but you maintain that relationship. Now, let's just say Rob goes, hey, you know what? I'm interested. What is it? Okay. That's when you figure out, okay, this guy is, in his mind, part of the 2% that are entrepreneurs in this world. Now you know that person is fantastic. Now, do I want to convert everybody to entrepreneur? No. Why? Let people who want to be customers and be happy. See, here's the fact. You can sell them one product, let's just say a capsule or whatever, is the exact same points you will get to if somebody buys it in your downline as a distributor. See what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter where it comes from. I rather have the product being purchased and points being put into my team than anything else. Remember, how do we win? We win like any sport by creating the most amount of points. So all we want are looking for 4 points. So it's okay if they want to be customers, but making them a solid month-to-month customer. It's okay if they want to be a distributor, if they want to listen to the content. Fantastic. Now, as I'm talking to him, and I decided, okay, he's listening. He wants to listen. I'm sorting through him, and because of his conversation, he goes, I'm interested. So I guide him now to 3 different things. Number 1, I'll guide him to like, hey, Rob, can give me like 5 minutes. I can come over and I can talk to you about what I do. And I'll be just 5 to 10 minutes maximum. We can sit at the a coffee shop. We can sit at the bakery, whatever, whatever you want to do. That's one. It's called a one-on-one. Okay. You can set them up for a one-on-one. Two, let's just say you're not good at closing people. Fantastic. Utilize one of the leaders within your team. Doesn't matter who it is. That's when you're going to set them up on a two-on-one. Basically, you set up with a leader that's going to come up to one. Now, let's just say you already have a weekly local meeting every Thursday or you tell Rob, look, on Thursday, I'll take you so you can hear what the opportunity is about. And the person that's going to be in front of the room is one of my mentors. It's one of the person that, that taught me or I'm learning from. Or this person is really moving a lot of product into different countries and doing very well, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Edify. Okay. And that's basically it. One or two or three. What do you want? You want to take them to a meeting? You're going to take them to a two-on-one, or you're going to do it yourself and do a one-on-one with this person. Okay. Either way works. But you got to be solid. You can't be undecided about what you're going to do. You're going to be you got to stand there and you're going to say, I'm doing this. I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be sitting with them and on and on and on. Okay. Very important. Okay. Now, as you are telling them, what's the meeting going to be like? If you sit on a one-on-one or a two-on-one, we're going to be talking about the 50-50-50 comp plan. You're not and do not ever talk about the full comp plan. Why? Like I told you at the beginning, curiosity always killed the cat. The biggest mistake you do, because you are excited, because you know what you have, because you know the weapon that you have with you within this comp plan, you want to scream it out to the world. And I know that. But this is where you got to detain yourself a little bit and just talk about 50-50-50. Okay? Let's just say I talked to Rob. Rob, he goes, hey, how much would it take, Rob, for you? How much money would it take for you to really quit your job and do something else? Just whatever it is, just to do something else with us, whatever it is, 100% of the time. Obviously, Rob's going to say, I need $500. I need $1,000, whatever it is. That's when you're producing his quota, right? You're talking to him. He says, okay, fantastic. First 50. Rob, in this company, you can make a minimum of a 50% markup on every single one of the products. Let's just say every product that we sell, like when I went up to you and I sold you the product and I told you, Rob, who do you know that would love to lose 5 pounds in 5 days the product's organic, even a 5-month-old can use it. And you said, I do. And how many people, if you repeat that same phrase and you talk to, how many people do you think will say, I do too? See what I'm saying? So I teach them, like, okay, fantastic. And then I'll tell them the breakdown. If you sell 5 products a day, 5 days a week, he goes, you can do that in an hour. You can do that in 30 minutes. You can do that all day if you wanted to. That you will be making $500 a week. Fantastic. If you do 10 a day, 5 days a week, that's $1,000 daily, $4,000 a month. Was that cool? Can we do this? See, we start teaching them that. Then we move on over to the next 50%. Okay, next 50%, Rob. Check this out. I know you would love to make an extra $500 a week, with selling 5 products and everything else. You remember I came up to you and I said, hey, Rob, do you want to try the product? Every time when you bought me the product, I made $20. Then I'm here with you and trying to get you join the business, for example, or anybody joins your business. Always talk third person, by the way. Don't say you join, maybe say when somebody joins you, you'll make a 50% of their start kit. So in commissions. Why? Because let's just say they come in with a $1,300 pack and it's 1,200 points. You automatically make $600. Okay. Now think about this, Rob. Let's just say you had 5 people a day to make $500 a week. You got to talk 5 people a day, 5 days a week. That's $25, 25 products that you have to move every week. That's 25 prospects a week that you're doing. So we're talking about 100 prospects a month. Now, out of those 100 prospects a month, how many do you think will be interested in the business the way you are interested in the business right now with me? He says, well, most of them. Okay, I know, maybe most of them, yeah. But let's be realistic. Not everybody is business-minded like you and I. How many you know, how many can, how much can you think they will say yes to the business? Well, let's just say, I could think 5, 10 a month out of the 100. Fantastic. That sounds fantastic. Let's just say it's one. Okay. If you're selling 5 products a day, that's $20. That's $500 a week. That's $2,000 a month. If you're making $2,000 a month out of those, or let's just say it's 10 products, we'll just use the five products a day right now. You guys can multiply it from more. Now that's 25 people. That's 100 people you're talking to a month. Let's just say one decides, just one decides to do the business. One you sorted through and decided to do the business. That's $600 extra. That's $2,600 now income a month. Can you use an extra $2,600? Yeah. Now, how about if 2 said yes? That's $1,200 in a fast start bonus. That means your income just went from a $2,000 a week, $2,000 a month. I'm sorry, to the $1,200 pack. That's, you're making now $3,200. Get an extra $3,200. Would that help your income? Would that change your your zip code? Would that help you? Definitely. Now check it out. Let's just say 4 said yes out of the 100. 4 people. You're talking about $2,400 now, on top of the $2,000 you were making doing the sales 5 a day. Check this out. You're now making $4,400 a month. And the more people that say yes, the more money you will make. You like that idea? I like that idea. Okay. Now, just to close them a little bit better, I move on to the next 50%. Says, and tell them, look, Rob, you know what? Imagine this, Rob. You're a very sharp man. You know a lot of people who are business-minded, right? Because you're a business-minded person. You must know a lot of people who are business-minded. Yeah, I know people who are business-minded. Fantastic, Rob. Check this out. The very first product I sold you, I made $20. Then you came in with a $1,200 pack, 1,200 point pack, and I made $600. Fantastic. And then every person that's coming into your organization that you're bringing in at 1,200 points, every single one, you're making $600 or less. They can come in with a lesser package. Guess what? Whatever they make for life, let's just say, Rob, you bring in a person that does $5,000 a month in the system. You make a check match bonus of 50%. So not only do they pay them that $5,000, you get a check match bonus of $2,500 on top of that $2,400 in fast starts, on top of that $2,000 in selling the product every week, 5 products a day. Do you like that? Fantastic. But here's the better part, Rob. It's just one person is doing 5,000, but let's just say you bring another person. He does $10,000 a month. You get 5,000 from him also. Say you bring in another person that does only $100 a month, just very little, $100 a month. Fantastic, no problem. You make $50 from that person. Let's just say now you bring in another person who does $2,000 a month. It's okay. So even if it's a little bit, you get $1,000 from that person also. There's no limits in how many people you can bring in. I mean, there's no limit in how much money you can make. Do you know people who are business-minded, Rob? Do you like the idea? I love the idea. See, and I close them on these 50, 50, 50. I don't talk about binaries. I don't talk about network marketing. I don't talk about anything else. Why? Because the minute you do it and they don't know what network marketing really is, first, the very first presumption they have in their head is a pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme. Oh, one of those things. So I keep all that away. And as soon as Rob starts making money, he's signed up and he's making some money, he's getting a check, I start teaching him the rest of the bonuses, everything else. And he's going to be just as excited as you are. You see what I'm talking about? So that is sorting through people. Now, number 5 is duplication. What do you teach? Yeah, I'm going to duplicate Rob. I said, Rob, we're going to duplicate each other. Here's the deal. Rob, I need you to buy enough product for you. If you're only selling 5 products a day, 5 days a week, that means you need 50 products. I'm sorry, you need 100 products minimum every month. So what are you talking about? $4,000 worth of products, right? Every month, you're going to be buying them little by little and everything else. Fantastic. Let's just say he doesn't do it. It doesn't do that. Okay. Most people will say, okay, yes. And they won't do it. Let's just say they do 2 weeks. That's $2,000 worth of products a month. Fantastic. Whatever it is, whatever they want, that's fine. But check this out. And I want you to understand this bit a little bit. Okay. You teach Rob the 5 steps to success and why they need product, why they need to duplicate that, why they need to have product on hand all the time. So is he going to have a stock level? Yes. Let's just say is a minimal stock level of $1,500, which I doubt is going to be more. But let's just say it's a minimal stock of $1,500. And I'm going to go back to $1,500. Why? Okay. Now imagine that. Now I want you to understand, you just told him that you need product. He understands that. You need to follow up because I taught him by doing it to him so he understands the process now. Okay? Then I'm going to tell him how you sort through people. Then I'm going to tell him, I'll do all the 5 steps completely. Now I'll duplicate. Okay, that's part of the duplication. Now we're going to teach him how to do the 50-50-50 comp plan. How to talk to people 50-50-50. That's all you got to do. And then tell them you got to duplicate. You got to go to the meetings. You got to go to the conventions. You got to go to a lot of different things. Why? Because you need to learn to get better. I'm sorry, but everybody's not a professional coming in the door. If you were a cook and you came into a kitchen, you need to learn the recipes before you can be the chef. You understand? You still need to learn. So you got to go to the conventions. You got to go to everything. You got to do everything. Okay? Here's the cool thing. I want you guys to understand this. All right? Those are the 5 steps in its more simplistic method that I'm talking to you right now. But now let's take it a level up. Why does Vida Divina have more 7-figure earners within the last 3 years than any company out of 64,000 companies in network marketing? Why are we having so many people who don't have don't have any type of business knowledge, and they're building organizations that are making 20 grand, 10 grand, 5 grand, whatever it is a month? They're changing their lives. Why is this happening? Because of these 5 steps. Okay. Why are they hitting ranks like diamond? Now, everybody who's on the call right now, I want you to understand this. Everything is based on points. Remember, the sport is network marketing. That to win, you got to do points. Okay. Now, why can't Armand, no matter what the company is, no matter what the comp plan is, get to the top of every company? Because I break it down by points. Understand that. How many products do I need to create the points to get me to that level? For an example, let's talk about diamond. Most of you will say, oh my God, I would love to be diamond. Oh my God, that would be great. But when I tell you, you got to be diamond, you go like, I need 200,000 points. Wow, where the heck am I going to get all those 200,000 points? That's impossible. But people are hitting it. They have no schooling. They've never been to elementary. They've never been to high school. And they're hitting it. They don't have degrees, and they're hitting it. How? Let me teach you how. Are you ready? Please jot this down because I'm going to say this once. And it's going to change your life forever. If to get to diamond, you need 100,000 points on one leg and 100,000 points on this, 200,000 total points. If everyone in your organization was doing the 5 steps, not everybody will, by the way, very minimum will. Everybody will promise they do. But I can tell somebody, like I come up to somebody, goes, hey, he goes, Armand, what can I do to help? I'm not growing. Are you doing the 5 steps? Yes, I am. Show me your back office. You've only bought 3 products at the beginning and you're doing the 5 steps? Goes, well, you're not doing 5 steps, because if you're doing the 5 steps, you're prospecting every day. You're moving product to prospect so people try it. Remember, we're funneling people from all the way down till you find that one person that wants to join your organization. That's what we're doing, funneling people into your organization. So when people tell me they're not doing it, they're not doing it. Most people don't. But here is the difference. If you do this, it's going to change your life forever. I want you to understand everything is based on points. Okay? And I want you to understand how it's based on points is going to change your life. For example, let's talk about the great Latasha Carpenter, who I just saw right now, which I love, by the way. She's awesome. Let's just say she tells me, Armand, I want to get to diamond within the next couple of months. I tell her it's possible. How? Okay, fantastic. I'm going to teach you, my lovely redhead. I'm going to teach you how to do this so your kids can be better the rest of your life. And I'm going to tell you this to every single one of you right now. Okay, she's actually never asked me that question, but I'm answering her right now. Here it is. Here's my secret. 200,000 points is very difficult for anyone to do. Correct. But if you break it down to many people, it becomes easy. How many people do we need to break it down to? Let's just say if you are doing the 5 steps, you need 4,000 points per person every week, right? That's what they need in product. If they're just moving 5 products, if they're just doing 5. But most won't. We know that. Let's just say at the minimum, everybody does $1,500. Remember that number, 1,500? Okay. Let's just say everybody does $1,500. $1,500 with a product that they're going to move, they're going to sell. They're not keeping it under the bed, by the way, because it won't work if you do that. It will not work. You got to move the product because you need to sort through people as quick as possible. So listen to me now. We're going to get you to diamond in a few months. How do we do this? You divide 1,500 points that people are going to be buying. Let's just say, how many people do you need at 1,500 points to get you to 200,000? Maybe I think it's like 136 people, somewhere around there. And then there's going to be all the extra people in between that, the person, the other person, they're only doing 120 points and they're only doing 400 points. Just what we're going to consider only part of the club, a part of the table of, your corporate table. Okay. We're going to say you only need 100 people on your corporate table. The extra points will come in because people buy 120. They don't stop. You know that, you don't stop buying the product because you fall in love with the product. So let's just say you say 100 and 100, 200 people. That's all you need. Okay. Is that easy? Can you teach 100 people to do the 5 steps to actually move the product? Let's just say they're moving $3,000 worth of product, doing the 5 steps every day, 5 products a day, and they have more time off than the 2 days only a week. They do $3,000 in purchase. And you can teach 50 people on each side to do that. Can you do that? Okay. Let's just say let's just go easy. Let's go to $1,500. We get 100 people to move $1,500 on one side, and people to do $1,500 on the side. You get 100 and 100 people. Now, here's the secret. It doesn't have to be your directs. It can be people that other people brought in the organization. You can go as deep as you want to find these people. But all you got to do is find 100 people that are going to move $1,500 worth of product a month. Can you do that? Can we do that? Not only is it going to change their lives with their household budget and everything else, and the money they're making, they're going to be paying the rent, they're going to be feeding their kids, everything else. Can you find 100 people that are going to do $1,500? Now, if you do, you got 100 here and 100 here doing the same thing, plus the extras in the middle, because there's going to be a lot of extras. That's diamond money. You're now a diamond. And if everybody's doing 1,500, guess what? People are going to go up to golds. They're going to go out to platinums. You're going to have a network of people that are growing step by step and joining everybody all on the way. See, now, this is what I teach to people. People, they're like, I got to get the distributor, I got to recruit, and I'm going to tell them that I'm going to vomit verbally all this information on top. No, no, no. Take your steps, be calm, and take it step by step, not all in one day. Grab the information, make the funnel work for you. And guess what? It'll take you from tragic to magic. Now, what do you need to get the diamond? Fantastic. 100 people, 100 people doing not even the 5 steps. They're doing a quarter of the 5 steps or less. Okay? Now check it out. Let's just say you want to get to ruby, solid ruby. Fantastic. All you need is 25 and 25. Can you do that? That's it. So instead of seeing how much you can sell and how much you can do and how much you can recruit, concentrate in building an army of people who want to move product. And you'll get to the top of the company faster than anybody else. You understand that? And I'm not just talking like, let's just say, hey, you know what, Via Divina is doing this. And why, when we went to GoPro, there was 13 people who went on stage at 7-figure out of 64,000 companies. Most companies got 0 7-figure earners that were made last year. Via Divina did half of them that were on stage. Via Divina created more diamonds than 64,000 companies out there put together. How do we do that? By teaching people the right steps to build a true business. Not a fake business, a true business that's going to take you to a whole different level. Now, my friends, I just gave you some secrets of the industry that I don't really teach to a lot of people. I tell them about the 5 steps. I don't really teach this part about how to break it down and how to get to the rank that you want. Just break it down. Let's just say everybody did 1,000 points, not 1,500, 1,000 points. Break it down on how many people do you need doing 1,000 points so they can go prospect. You see, the idea is this. It's not that they're buying 1,000 points or anything like that. Okay? The idea is this. How many people are going to be moving product? Because to move product, you're going to have to go prospecting. Once you prospect, you're going to follow up and find new leaders, find new people, find new customers, find everything that's going to create a solid business for you. And then through those people who are buying and trying the product, you're going to sort through them to find out, is this a customer for life or is this somebody who's going to be a business person with us? And then from there, you duplicate it out. You duplicate everybody. You have to do the 5 steps. You have to, you have to go out there and sell 5 products a day. You have to, at the minimum, 5 products a day. If somebody sold 5 products a day, my friends, guess what? We're talking about now 100 products. That's $4,000 or points worth of products. 4,000. If somebody did 5 products a day, I mean, just 5 days a week, not even all the week long, just 5 days a week, for 4 weeks in a row, that's 4,000 points in products they're going to consume. Now divide that by 200,000. How many people do you think you need? 30 on each side? And you become diamond. Now your paycheck's over $40,000 a month as a diamond commissions. Is that going to change your mind? Is that going to change your lifestyle? With an extra $40,000 in your pocket because you did this correctly. Will that change your zip code? Will that put your children in a much better position in life? Will that put everything that you have in a whole new road to have success? See, my friends, here's a trick. It's not about the talk and how we do it. I can show you the talk. I can show you exactly. I just gave you the blueprint. Now, are you willing to work it? Are you willing to change who you are? I know a lot of you probably came from different network marketing and they've never done this. They've never taught you. Guess what? Because 7-figure earners don't want to tell people how to become a 7-figure earner. I do. I just gave you simplistic strategy and how to get there. And I know if you do the math, you know I'm right. I am correct. But you have to do the work. Like I said, we work as a team. But everybody down your downline, if you build this, And if you build everybody, not to tell people, you don't have to sell, you don't have to do this. Don't do that to yourself. Don't cut your own neck. Tell people the facts, the truth. We move every day. We're out there prospecting by selling 5 products minimum a day. Minimum. So everybody at the minimum should be doing 4,000. Obviously, nobody, not nobody. Most don't. So let's just say it's half. Let's just say less than half, 1,500. They do 1,500. Let's just say they do half, 2,000. That's how much is that? 100 plus all the extras. Double diamond. Boom. I hope you understand what I'm telling you. And I hope my information today can change your life drastically in the next couple of months. But to do that, you got to take the initiative to actually start doing what works. And what works, I'm telling you. I'm not telling you because I'm blowing hot air onto anybody. I'm telling you this because I want to see you succeed. I want to build your story. But for that to happen, you need to start working. Because guess what? I'm going to work with people who are working. Not everybody is doing the 5 steps. I know that for a fact. Why? Because I can see it just by looking at their back office and how much money they're buying in products. If they're only taking 3 products, they're taking them themselves. They're not selling the product. But if you sell the product, I know some of you will go like, I don't like to sell. Well, nobody likes to sell, trust me. But my dad told me one thing when I was very young. If you learn to sell, you'll never be hungry in your life. Let's move stuff. Let's move a product. Let's move a product that works and gets results. Let's help make this your game. Let's go, people. Tragic to magic. Let's make it happen. God bless you. Thank you for being on the call. This is Armand Puyolt. I hope what I told you today helps you change you in a very positive way. God bless.
Thank you, Armand. Can you hear me okay?
Fantastic.
All right, all right. We definitely appreciate you. I know you're definitely busy and you're going to be jumping in the car here and heading off, so make sure that you drive safe. Guys, that was absolutely unbelievable. Do me a favor, drop me a number 7 in the Zoom chat box if you got a lot of information about that. That was flat out gold nuggets. And it's pretty funny, guys. We're getting a lot of chats from our Spanish affiliates out there that were very, very upset that this was in English. And I'm like, guys, the flyer said English. We've been doing Spanish presentations and trainings for the last 3.5 years. Now it's time that we're going to be throwing in the English presentations and trainings. Okay? A lot of English presentations, a lot of trainings. All right? We're gearing up. We're gearing up. We're going to have an unbelievable event next week in Las Vegas. Hope that you're still there. Make sure that you get registered if you're not registered yet. A lot of exciting things going on. So the recording, no, we did not record this. It's on the Vita Divina Facebook page, okay? Vita Divina Facebook page. You can go back and watch it anytime you want. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, okay? Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go back and we're going to do an English overview presentation, okay? So we've probably, between now and the convention, we've got Thursday night presentation, possibly next week on Tuesday, okay? But as we move forward into next week, the presentations will probably disappear next week because we'll be in convention. So guys, I want to thank everybody again. Have a great night. We'll make sure that we continue to do more and more 5 steps, more and more trainings in both Spanish and English, okay? Because we're going to overload you in 2020 with marketing material, videos, trainings, and a lot more stuff that you guys haven't even seen yet. So everybody, I want to thank everybody again for getting on tonight. My name is Ron Saka, the Chief Marketing Officer for Vita Divina. Everybody have an awesome night, and we'll see you all at the top. Take care, everyone. Good night.